Hello everyone, this is Ronnie from UK Fruit Fest and from YouTube, and this video I want to talk about minerals because a lot of people in the raw vegan community, the fruitarian community, people are interested in it. For some people always go on about minerals being lacking in fruit and that fruit doesn't have enough minerals. So this really comes from the fact that fruit tends to be lower in minerals than vegetables. So people really want to make sure they got their veggies, get their greens and all that kind of stuff, and it's important to them to feel good about that or whatever. But here's a couple of things I've been thinking about when it comes to this. Fruit is the best source of vitamins of all the foods that we consume. It has more vitamins than vegetables, as far as I'm aware. You can tell me if I'm wrong about that, but that's what I've been told, that fruit is a higher source or a better source of vitamins. Vegetables are a higher source of minerals. And I eat mostly fruit, but I do eat non-sweet fruits, which some people call vegetables, and I eat lettuce. I don't eat a lot of variety of vegetables, but I do eat some. I personally don't have any fear about the idea that if I just ate fruit that I would have a mineral deficiency, but that's what a lot of people seem to think. Here's the thing about mineral deficiencies. As far as I'm aware, in the history of nutrition, mineral deficiencies aren't a very common thing. They're not a very well-known common thing that have happened. And I think that perhaps iodine is one of them that happened at one point. But I'm trying to think of other mineral deficiencies that are major things. If you go and look at dietary deficiencies, it's almost always vitamins. It's almost always vitamin deficiencies. And one of the reasons for that is that human beings, there's certain vitamins we require that aren't in all foods, vitamin C being one of them. We need vitamin C. We can't make it. So when humans lived on grains, that could lead to vitamin deficiency if they didn't eat fresh fruits and vegetables along with it. And that's where the phrase "man cannot live on bread alone" comes from. You know, that's nutritional advice. So we've got that. We've got vitamin C deficiency. There's pellagra and beriberi. These are vitamin B, different B deficiencies. Some people have had B12 deficiency. Vitamin D, I'm not sure if it's very easy to get a vitamin D deficiency, but you can be low in vitamin D for sure. And but in terms of mineral deficiencies, you don't really see a lot of information about that. Probably because it's very rare. Minerals tend to be connected with elements, and elements don't change, you know, when it comes to cooking and things like that. They don't get affected by cooking. So minerals, the quantity of the minerals in the food isn't going to be affected by cooking. Your ability to get the minerals out of the food might be affected by cooking, but cooking does affect vitamins. So maybe that's one of the reasons vitamin deficiencies have been more of an issue. I don't know for sure, but people are eating fruit for some reason, just immediately assume that if you just ate fruit you're going to get a mineral deficiency. I'm not sure where that comes from. I'm not sure who comes up with that idea or where that comes from, but it's not something I would worry about myself. I'm not worried about it. I don't eat vegetables for the minerals and stuff like that. I quite like having lettuce with tomatoes and things like that, so I like a salad. But I don't think, oh, I better eat this so I can get my minerals in. And I don't think about that with anything I eat, that I need to eat this for this specific reason. I eat these foods because I enjoy them, and I need to eat enough. That's the one thing I would say. I make sure I eat enough, but that's the only thing I really worry about. I prefer to eat mono meals because I think it's easier for digestion. It's just easier to do. I like the flavour better. I don't like having mixes of flavour anymore. I like having one fruit at a time. I enjoy that. But mineral deficiency, it's one of these things that anything that's to do with deficiencies, it sparks a fear in people that's already inherent in them. And it's an effective it's an effective way of communicating with people. Let me just pause this video a second. Back again. Yeah, so it's an effective way of communicating with people who are interested in this lifestyle, because people come into this thinking there's a deficiency in it already. They come into veganism with an idea that veganism is deficient. I came into veganism with the idea that there was something missing from a vegan diet. That's exactly how I thought when I came in, so I'm assuming that everyone else thinks that way. And I thought, you know, you can't get enough protein and whatever. And then I started to learn about it and was surprised to find out that that wasn't the case. So I would assume that most people coming into this who are interested have that mindset. So they're looking for people who are going to answer that. So if I say you don't need to worry about it, it's not an issue. Never seen it as an issue with anyone that I've met who's eaten fruit, and mostly fruit. Never seen it. Never seen a mineral deficiency. Never seen anyone worry about that. If I say that, people think that you're lying or something like that. Like, they don't, it's not enough. They want to hear more. You know, you've not really proved it to them. So if someone starts talking about the deficiencies, and yeah, you can get a deficiency and there's this and that, you need to make sure you get this, they get really like, oh, I need to really listen to this person, they really know what they're talking about, you know. So that's a thing. The problem I have with all these all the deficiency talk is, you know, and it's so strange because there's not really any deficiencies anymore. People die because of excess. People die because of nutritional excess. They don't die because of deficiencies. You know, the thing about a deficiency, you're going to get some bad symptoms. You're going to go to the doctor. You're going to find, you're going to, you know, these things are, you're not going to live for 10 years with a deficiency and let it destroy your life. You're going to start to feel it pretty quick. Know that something's wrong. Go to the doctor, find out what it is pretty quickly. And, you know, there'll be symptoms. Things will happen to you very quickly. So, I don't know why there's such a fear around it. When all these people out there are eating McDonald's and KFC and all this terrible stuff, none of them are having dietary deficiencies. They probably don't have enough, like potassium, vitamin C and various things. But they're not suffering diseases of deficiency, because that would really mean that they'd have to have a really limited diet maybe with not enough calories as well. And I don't know, it's just a mistaken kind of fear. I understand it. If you're new into this, I can understand that you feel it, but you really don't need to worry. You really don't need to worry about that. And people that get problems in this lifestyle, it's never deficiency. Like, you can feel bad because of 1,000 different things, but I would be I'm pretty sure that I'm right. If you have an actual deficiency, that's different to feeling bad. Like, that'll be a totally different thing. When your body's starting to like fall apart and stuff, you'll know that there's something happening. So, minerals and fruit and everything, I totally believe fruit has enough minerals for all of us. And even the fruit that's being grown today, a lot of people worry about the fruit that's grown today. Oh, the fruit quality in the supermarket is terrible. That's just wrong. The fruit quality in the supermarket is fantastic. What are you talking about when people say the fruits in the supermarket is rubbish? You don't know what you're talking about. I can take you to the supermarket, I can find you all sorts of fruit. For some reason you're not looking. I don't know what it is. Yeah, there's bad fruit. You can't expect the strawberries in December are going to be good. That's not a great choice, you know. But I don't worry about it. I would suggest you stop worrying about it, and you start getting away from the fears and start committing more, having more and more faith in eating the healthiest foods possible. And I don't tell people not to eat vegetables, but I don't tell people you need to eat more vegetables because you've probably got a mineral deficiency. That's why you're having a problem. Rarely is that ever the problem. Actually, the biggest issue in this lifestyle is people eating too little, not eating enough fruit, just like everyone in the world's not eating enough fruit, and eating too much fat, just like everyone in the world's eating too much fat. And people don't like being told just the same thing as everyone else gets told, but that's what it is most of the time. And a lot of people want I don't know. I don't know why people want to be victims. They want to be. There's a thing called hypochondria where people get attention or something when they're sick or whatever. I understand that totally, but we've got to get free of these things. So until there is anything, and I understand as well, if you look up fruitarian, you're going to find articles that talk about, and if you just eat fruit, you'll get this deficiency and that deficiency. But let me tell you this, none of that's been tested, none of that's been proven, not any of it, none of it. Not a single piece of any of that information. So it's completely anti-scientific nonsense information until it gets confirmed. And until there's enough of us for them to test or whatever, or there's some reason to test it, I don't know, it's not going to be shown. But usually when you get fruit eaters going for blood tests, you get the same thing, which is best blood ever, best blood test, you know, it's always positive, it's always good, there's never any mineral problems, never a protein problem, never a vitamin problem. So, thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about this lifestyle, come to UK Fruit Fest, 21st to the 28th of July, 8 days this year. You can have the information below. Loads of people have signed up already, about 120 people already coming. We'd love you to come along as well. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a life-changing, memorable event, remarkable, whatever you want to call it. We'd love to see you there. If you want to talk to me about it, if you want to have a one-on-one conversation about it, I'm not going to try and pressure you into coming. If you want to talk about it, if you've got questions, feel free to email or email me. We can set up a time to talk if you've got questions about it. I've got plenty of time to answer your questions about the Fruit Festival, so feel free to email me or send me questions or put questions below. I can make videos about it and whatever. So what else? What else are we talking about? Yeah, I've got coaching as well. I've got a link below. If you're needing help with this, coaching is a great thing, and it's something I'm getting better and better at, I must admit. And I'm really excited with where I'm going with it, and I'm excited to start getting some great results with people that gradually I'll share over time. So if it's something you want to get more information about, once again, you can click on the link below. I think I've got a free book that you can get. And also, if you're in Glasgow and you want to come to a meeting, free meeting. In fact, we might start doing paid events that are where we provide a meal for you. That would be pretty cool. But right now, most of it's free. Glasgow Fruitarians, you can check the link below. So thank you very much for watching. Comment, let me know what videos you'd like to see more about. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you in another video.